Hello, Cancers, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay? So, what I like to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to engage you in a brief discussion about your shadow. So, you might be asking, what is a shadow? So, a shadow is your evil twin, put simply, an anomaly, the other, or if you're familiar with the terminology as used in literature, it is your doppelganger. Okay? Understand, ladies and gentlemen, that this shadow has been with us for centuries. In fact, even Shakespeare once noted, out, brief candles. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hours upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Okay? So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to use the Macabre Tarot deck today in order to convey your messages. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a general reading, and as such, it certainly will not and may not resonate with each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the valuable insight that you're seeking. Okay? Now, with this reading, I have not given it a validity expiration period. Okay? So, you can certainly look at this reading as often as you wish. All right? So, we're going to start off with gaining an awareness of your pain. And we're going to start off with sharing with you what I'm seeing as the overarching or prevailing theme surrounding you. Okay? And then I'll just ask Spirit additional information, okay, to help you have a thorough understanding of the negative qualities that you might want to consider releasing. All right? So let's go on and get started, y'all. If this reading resonates, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? So we have the Terror of Cups here, okay? I'm going to slide this here. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, the Ace of Bones here, all right? So let's start off with that Ace of Bones there to see what Spirit wants you to know in regards to that card there, okay? Because I'm getting a sense that many of you are feeling helpless or melancholy or kind of stuck in a rut in some way, or perhaps you might be even at a crossroad. Spirit says it's time that you embrace a new way of doing things, okay? And some of you might also need to consider health treatments as well, too, or alternative health type treatments, or you may have contemplated doing so. Spirit wants you to think outside the box and surrender fear. Be a bit more, visualize things, be creative, okay? Now let's go on and just look at your next card here. We have, ladies and gentlemen, the Tarot of Cups there. Okay? So, with having that card there, ladies and gentlemen, that gives me a sense that some of you have a tendency of being very immature at times, or just restless, or you just avoid or run away from your problems, okay? Or run away from change, or you just have difficulty in expressing yourselves or your true needs and desires and not really trusting your guts. All these things you need to try to reverse here, ladies and gentlemen, so that you can live the life that God really wants for you. Okay? Now let's go on and just get more into more specifics if you're reading here, and just look at your actual pain here, and to see what message Spirit wants you to know in regards to that. Keep in mind, Cancer, if this reading is resonating, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? You have the Devil. Wow. So, with having that card there, I'm getting a sense that maybe you're being controlled or feeling controlled, or you have a desire to control others, or you're just feeling tied down, or just hanging on to very toxic, destructive type patterns in relationships that you need to kind of let go here, or just not loving yourself, or some of you might even be sexually confused or on drugs in some way, okay? Or just simply abusing your power, or just simply making haphazard decisions with not really giving full thought to what you're doing here. And this is why disaster usually kind of follows, what I'm saying. Okay? So let's look at now, or provide you with insights that perhaps you may have already thought of, or you might soon think of, to kind of help you heal, or just giving you the awareness that you need at this time here. We have the ethereal. Okay, having that card there, that tells me here right off the bat that some of you are feeling a bit suffocated. Okay, Spirit wants some of you might have considered this, um, perhaps exercising a bit more, or meditation, or just really just simply taking care of your body and trying to eat more nutritiously, because it doesn't seem like you've been doing so lately. Okay, now let's take a peek and ask the cards, what is hidden from view, or of which you may not be cognizant at this time, and what's surfacing, okay? What's really blocking you or impeding success here, okay? We have the guide. And with having that guide there, this card tells me that you don't follow your intuitive faculties. You constantly second guess yourself. Okay? And that's not good here, because your intuition will never lead you astray. Now let's just take a peek at, or revisit your past, and just see how has it affected your health or in your life in some way here. Okay? With these negative tendencies here, we have the Eight of Crystals. So this is certainly the workaholic type card here. So perhaps being a workaholic had a detriment effect on you, I'm getting. Because I feel a sense that you guys are burning out, or you feel burnt out. And that's because you're kind of doing too much, I'm kind of getting. You're working extremely too much. Now let's move right along and just provide you with insight into your turning point. What's needed for healing? Okay, what's really needed for healing for cancers, ladies and spirit? Okay, we have the Nightmare of Bones here. So with having that card, ladies and gentlemen, this tells me that Spirit wants you to, again, visualize things, be more creative. And for some of you, you might need to consider consulting a spiritual counselor to kind of help you get back on track. Okay, Cancer, so this is your reading. I certainly hope that it has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share, subscribe if you've yet to subscribe, and should any of you wishes to have a more personalized reading, you can certainly scoot right over to my website. I look forward to hearing your comments. Have a blessed day.